What's up, boys? It is Subconscious back with another video. Hopefully you guys are doing well, man. Your boy is just getting over kind of like a flatline period. You know, feeling like low energy. You guys have been sleeping a lot more than usual, but I'm grateful to be self-aware enough to understand that this is part of the journey. You know, being on semen retention. You know, we have our peaks and valleys, and flatlines are definitely part of it, where you're feeling like low energy, you guys kind of just down, you don't really have much motivation to do things. That's how I feel, man. But I wanted to make sure that I came out and still pushed through and made a video for you guys. I can feel that I'm gonna be getting an upgrade after this. You know, that's how it works every time. I'm rounding the corner, you know, I'm kind of getting close, you guys, but I just kind of feel off. I've been feeling off, last few days, but it's all good. This is kind of a brain rewiring process, you guys. If you guys are going through this, that's what it is. You know, your brain is kind of rewiring and getting ready for you to basically be upgraded, spiritually, mentally. All this stuff is real, bro. So flatlines are definitely real. If you guys are going through it, you're not alone. So I kind of wanted to talk about isolation in this video, you guys. This may be for the chosen ones, anyone on semen retention, anybody that is putting things down for a period of time. The isolation, you guys, is for our growth, and that's going to be the title for this video. Is that God isolates us for a reason, all right? And guys, this is a blessing. You can't look at it in any other way. It's a blessing. I know it can be lonely sometimes, but the isolation period is a time for you to strengthen your communication with God first and foremost. Strengthen your communication with Him through prayer, through reading your Bible, reading the scriptures, spending time with yourself. You guys, learning about yourself and figuring out who you are first and foremost, and figuring out what you want out of life. If you're always busy hanging around people and staying busy doing all this stuff, you might not be able to get the proper downloads that you need, to move forward. So it's a time period, you guys, for you to figure out who you are, learn about yourself, and figure out what you want out of life. Figure out what type of people you want around in your life, right? Creating your own personal space, peaceful space where you can cultivate your own kind of inner peace, and you can kind of figure out where you want your life to go, you guys, because I spent a lot of my life doing different things, hanging out with a bunch of different people, hanging out with the wrong people, you know what I'm saying, to where it clouds you and it distracts you, and sometimes you can let other people influence you, and you end up doing things that you don't necessarily truly want to be doing, in your heart. So you begin to rely on other people so much to the point where being alone becomes hard. I know so many people, you guys, that they hang out with, they're always with people, that, and then when they get alone, they start to malfunction, right? That's a sign, that's a red flag. That's a sign that you aren't comfortable being alone and you aren't connected to God, because if you are connected to God truly, you should enjoy being alone, because that's one-on-one time with God. So when you're alone, you should cherish these moments, you guys, of being alone. That's why sometimes, like, when I'm around people too much, it kind of tripped me out at the beginning, because I was like, oh, am I becoming, somebody who's like, am I getting hardened to the point where I don't like other people? Like, am I turning into like a hermit? But that's not always the case, you guys, because being alone is spending time with God. So it shouldn't be looked at as a bad thing, and during these moments, this is when we can really figure out who we are. We can kind of learn to manifest what we want in life, is when we're alone, right? When other people come in the equation, they start to like interfere, there's maybe like you run into, like, God forbid, narcissistic type people, where they actually try to control your life, and they try to, manipulate you and kind of affect your life in a negative way. But guys, time spent alone with you and God is meant for you to figure out who you are and figure out what you want. And in those moments, you can manifest what you want, So all this time alone is a blessing, you guys. Being isolated is a blessing. It's time for you to get alone and strengthen your connection with God. first and foremost. And then when it is time, for you to maybe be in a relationship, or, you meet, new friends, maybe like-minded friends, like now you're going to be a way better version of yourself. So you can be there for those people in a better way. You can love those people, stronger, in a more healthy way, because you've cultivated your own inner peace by spending time alone and isolated. So don't look at this time period, you guys, if you're being isolated right now, if God is isolating you, look at it as a blessing. I know that it can be lonely sometimes, but in those moments, if you have to reach out, to your like-minded brothers, reach out to certain people that that you can talk to about certain things, and just be patient, man, because God's definitely working on you behind the scenes, as he always does. He's working behind the scenes, and he wants us to go through this period so we get stronger. All these times alone, all these nights where we're alone and we kind of feel lonely, guys. Yeah, we feel lonely in the moment, but we're really getting stronger each night that we go through this alone. You know what I mean? When we're, oh, I'm so lonely, I wish I had somebody. Like, that is true, but those moments are molding you and shaping you into a stronger individual, and it's strengthening your communication with God the whole time. So it's important, man, for us to create our own peaceful reality, you know what I mean? And that happens when we're alone, and yeah, bro, sometimes when I'm around people, too many, it's like so many different vibrations going on at once, so many different conflicting interests and stuff like that. It's like, oh my, like, it's hard to get the signal with God, when you're around people all the time. That's why I love being alone. I love doing my routine, you guys, going to the gym, working out, eating healthy, cooking at home. These are things that I am grateful for these days, because it helps me feel peaceful. That's what works for me, these days. So, guys, just be grateful for your isolation period. It's a blessing from God. It's not anything that should be looked at negatively. God is literally putting you into the incubator, and he's molding you, and he's shaping you into, the person that you're supposed to be in that moment. So it's not going to be forever. So just hang tight, stay strong. And if you have to, link up with your like-minded brothers here on YouTube, bro. You know what I mean? Try to get some people's Instagrams or numbers, and chop it up with them, so you guys can lift each other up if you're ever feeling down or going through a flat line like I'm going through right now. But pretty sure I'm around the corner, you guys. I'm gonna start feeling better. But the last 2 days, man, I've just been feeling low energy, and I've been sleeping a lot, and just kind of feels like my body is like doing some work. I'm like recharging or something. So pray for me, guys. If you feel like it, shoot a prayer up for me so I can get through this flat line. But I got faith that I'm probably going to be feeling better tomorrow, most likely. So, but yeah, man, that's the message that I had for you guys tonight, is that your isolation period is for your growth, man. It's definitely a blessing from God, so don't get it twisted. Definitely, I know it's hard in the moment and you're feeling lonely at times, but it's gonna be okay. God is working behind the scenes, and he's setting you up for your future. That's what he's doing. That's literally what this period is. He's setting you up for your future. So let him do his work, you guys. If you kind of like interfere and try to speed up the process, you might be blocking some blessings. All right? So just stay patient. Just listen to the signs, pay attention to God, pray. Keep praying, you guys. Keep in communication with God, and all that good stuff. Don't try to rush the process. That's, like I said, you could block some potential blessings. So, all right, guys, hopefully you guys learned something from this video. As always, man, your isolation period is for your own growth, for your own benefit. So stay strong and stay in touch with your small circle, your like-minded brotherhood, and obviously stay close with God. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.